Good evening guys, welcome back to the Eastbourne Fisherman. We're down on the beach again today. We're doing an overnight session tonight, so it's a nice long stint. It's around about 7 PM now, 8 PM now. It's at the top of the tide. We're fishing the tide all the way back out, and I'm going to stay till around about 7, 8 in the morning, so it's a nice long big stint. I'm hoping for a decent fish tonight. I'm going for one rod out on a big bait, alternating between squid and bluey. The other rod I'm going to be scratching around with a 2-hook Portsmouth pulley rig that I've made, and that's going to be baited with ragworm and with some black lug as well, so we're going to have a play with that. If you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Welcome to all the new people that have joined over the last couple of weeks. Thank you so much for the support, it's been absolutely awesome. Let's spin the camera around, we'll show you the baits we're using, we'll tackle up and get everything prepared, and then we'll crack on with the session. Right guys, so we've got a variety of different baits tonight. We've got some riot baits bluey here, we've got some riot bait squid as well there. I've got a spider crab, which I'm going to use the claws and the bits and pieces to whip into my squid and use that as a bait. I've got some black lug, which I dug myself, and just froze them. I'm not very good at freezing at the minute. I need to figure out a plan of how to freeze properly. And then I've got these absolutely awesome ragworm that I picked up from my local tackle shop, one of my local tackle shops, Tony's Tackle Shop in Eastbourne, today. We've got these, we're going to have a nice play around with these. Let's see if we can try and scratch out a fish. Look at that. An absolute killer. Right guys, so the first rig I'm going to prepare tonight is, or first bait and rig I'm going to be preparing tonight, is the Portsmouth pulley loop rig. It's a 2-hook rig. It's absolutely fantastic. And it's just going to be for scratching around. So I've just got small size 2 hooks on there, scratching hooks. I'm going to get my worm, just going to thread that straight on to the hook. Go lugworm on one, and the other one we're going to go ragworm. Just going to thread the whole worm on, leave the tail hanging off the bottom. Oh, this worm's pretty sticky, so it should be good. And I might have to actually put a bit of bait elastic on there just to hold that on the snood. That's my first bait there. Stop that from bunching at the bottom. It's a nice worm actually. Yeah, I might have to elastic that one. So what I'm going to do, because it's quite soft, I'm going to get the bait elastic. I'm not going to put a lot of bait elastic on, I'm just going to put enough just to hold the top of the worm up the line to stop it from sagging and to stop it from falling down the line. I'm just going to tie that off. Just with that little bit of bait elastic, that should stop the worm from slipping down the line. Actually, yeah, that's cool, and that gives us the worm nicely presented on the hook there. So the second hook I'm going to put on, or the second bait I'm going to put on the other hook, is going to be a piece of ragworm. So I've got a ragworm here. I'm just going to use a whole ragworm. Going to go straight on with that ragworm, pushing it up the hook, just feeding it up on past the eye of the hook, and it's going to come out just before the tail, so it leaves a little dangle there to flap around and hopefully attract the fish. Right, so I'm just going to attach my lead weight. I'm going to use a yellow grip lead here tonight, a breakaway grip lead. The bottom hook is baited with the lugworm, like we said. I'm just going to clip that up now. And then at the top part, well, it's a bit difficult to set up, not on the tripod. So let's try that again. Right guys, so here's the first rig all ready to go. Just going to show you that here if you haven't seen it before. So there's a pulley bead at the top, whatever pulley bead you decide to use, Aero, Pulley, Gemini. On this one I've got a Gemini. Running down to the cascade, which got the ragworm on the first bit there, and my Portsmouth loop bit is there, and then the second bait is clipped down onto the lead. So yeah, really good. Also with the pulley system at the top, clipping down the first hook, you eliminate the need for an SRT spring. So effectively, it's all tensioned on the pulley. So yeah, really good rig, really cracking bit of kit. Let's cast it out now. Right, so on my second rig, I'm just going to use a bit of squid. I've got this squid that I need to get rid of, so we're going to start with that first. So I'm just going to use the squid on my bait mate tool. If you ain't got one of these yet, I would suggest having a look at them at least. Fantastic bit of kit. So that's my squid on the tray itself there. I'm just going to take a couple of my spider crab legs, whack them on the back, nice and crunchy, whip them on. There's my little bait there. Don't think you can see that there. So a spider crab leg there, and then squid there. What I'm going to do is going to take my pennel rig. So the second rig I'm using is a pennel rig. I've gone for a Sakuma bottom hook and then a chinu on the top. So I take my bottom hook and push it into the bottom of the bait, like that. So it sits like that at the bottom of the bait. You get the bait elastic and wrap that hook into the bottom. That's all in there nice and tight now. Juices are flowing. Tie that off. Now I'm just going to bring my top hook down to meet the bait without it going in my finger. Without my snoot tangling. Try that again. Snood clip back on. Right, top hook down. So I'm just going to bring the top hook, nice small little chinu there, down into the top of the bait, and hook that into the top of the squid. Pull that nice and tight. And then there's our bait. Hook there, hook in the top there, ready to go. It's a nice little bait that is. See how we get on with that. And that's, like I said, that's on a Trident pulley rig. Again with a yellow grip lead. I'm going to cast it out now, and then I think we're all ready to rumble. Right guys, so we've got a bite already on this rod here. I was going to show you the bite. It looks like a dogfish. So hopefully it will go again. And we won't actually miss the fish. It's just ever so slightly pulling, and then it will give a nice registered bite. Stand back against the groin just so I can get the full picture in for you. Hopefully we don't get too much wind interference because it's quite windy today. Are we going to get the bite? There we go, it's a little nod. Right guys, I don't really want to lose the fish, so I'm going to put the camera down now and we're going to reel it in, and hopefully we'll see if there's a fish on there, but I'm pretty sure there's a fish on there. Right guys, there's only one way to find out. Let's pull them in. Right guys, so false alarm. I pulled in some nice big bundle of weed. which is not a great start, but you know, there we go, that's fishing for you. Let's crack on and we'll see what else the night brings. Right guys, so I just reeled into my first fish on the Portsmouth loop rig on the lower hook on the ragworm, and there we have one dogfish to start off the session, which is not too bad actually. Loads of you people love them or hate them, they like Marmite really, but you know, a fish is a fish, and I'm happy to see a dogfish. So yeah, one fish in the bag. I'm going to unhook him now, get him back into the sea where he belongs, and he'll swim off nicely. Easiest way to unhook these dogfish: fold them into a little circle like that, hold them like that, and then just literally take the hook straight out the mouth. Nice and simple. Like that, hook is out, one dogfish. Let's get him back in the sea. Woof. Woofity woof. Right guys, just reeled in my Portsmouth loop rig again, and we've got a little small pout. So a dogfish and a pout, so looking alright, to be fair, looking alright. Hopefully the session will pick up and we'll get something a bit bigger. Right guys, so we're back into another fish, which is a dogfish. Ooh, just here. I haven't measured him. We're going to give him a measure and see how much or how long he is. I don't think he's definitely not long enough to enter into my species hunt, but yeah, he's a nice fish nevertheless. I don't mind catching dogfish. I'd rather catch dogfish over nothing. So yeah, 2 dogfish and a pout so far. So let's get him back into the sea and we'll carry on fishing. Right, so I just measured the dogfish and it's gone at 59. So it's quite a nice dogfish, but still not big enough for my own species hunt. Portsmouth loop rig does it again. Bang, another dog. Another doggedy dog. Oh, I really hope this night isn't going to go like this. Dogfish number 3, baby. Oh, there he is. Hello guys, so I just reeled in my rig, and lo and behold, we found a spider crab clinging onto it. Holding on for dear life, holding on to the squid. So yeah, obviously the smooth hound season is upon us. These are the little fellas that the smooth hounds want, spider crabs. The spider crabs come in and then they peel, the shell goes all soft, and then the smooth hounds come in and munch them. So yeah, this one's a female. You can tell it's a female by the front claws here, which I'll just show you, much smaller on the female. The male, the claws are significantly bigger, and also you can tell by the apron at the bottom. We open this out, if she let us. We open this out. The apron at the bottom, this bit here, is a circular pad, whereas on the male, it is, you get a flap. So that bit there is a circular pad there, so it's a female. So what we're going to do is, obviously we can't eat a female. We don't want to eat a female. We only want to take the males, which are actually in fact pretty good eating. So we're going to release this one back into the sea, and then hopefully she'll lay some more crabs, and we can get, you know, her back in and not waste any more time really with her out of the water. But yeah, nice to catch a variety of different things if they're not fish, even crabs. Let's get them back in. Right guys, so not much is happening at the moment. We're heading now to 1 hour before the low tide, which I believe is around about 3 in the morning, the low tide today. We are now at 30 minutes past 2. So we've got a little bit to the low tide, and then we're going to fish it back up. It's really weedy. It's difficult fishing, to be honest with you. Really difficult fishing. I've had a chat to the lads that are down further down the beach towards the pier end. They're not having much luck at all really. 1 bass and 2 eels and a dogfish I think they've had between 3 of them. So yeah, fishing is not as plentiful tonight. What we know of, to be fair, there could be other people out there having an absolutely fantastic night down the road a little bit more. But yeah, here is a bit difficult, very scratchy, really difficult. The only fish I've had myself have been on the ragworm baits and the squid baits. Nothing else has been touched. So yeah, we're just going to keep plugging it out, and hopefully when the flood comes back in, the fish might decide to turn on the feed. But hey, we're out fishing, you know, you can't catch if you're at home. Right guys, nothing much is happening, to be fair with you. The weed is absolutely horrendous at the moment. It's really, it's bloody everywhere. every cast pulling off weed. So I just pop back up to the tent. I'm out on the sand at the moment. Just pop back up to the tent to grab some flapping rigs, and we'll use those for the incoming tide. We'll switch onto a rolling lead now and just let that move around, and hopefully, you know, see if we can find anything else. But yeah, small 1 up 1 down rigs or 2 hook flappers, size 2 hooks, nice and small. Scratch around and see what's about. Right guys, I was starting to lose all hope that we weren't going to catch another fish, and then just after the low tide we're into this chunk. It's a pout of a 32cm pout. So yeah, it's not a bad pout actually, to be fair, taking on the squid. So I'm going to get him back in and then carry on the fishing. So yeah, we're not doing too bad this evening. 3 dogfish, 2 pout. So beating the blank, or better than the blank, to be fair. Just looking for a bass or a smooth, and that'll round off the night. So yeah, nice little pout there. Let's get him back in. Right guys, as you can see over there, it's starting to turn light now. We're around about 4 in the morning, I believe. It's 4 in the morning. It's looking good. I'm just about nearly ready to pack up and go home, I think. But no, we're going to fish. We're going to fish the rest of the tide in for another couple of hours, and then see if we can try and pull anything out on the flood. Right guys, good morning. As you can see behind me, it's starting to get light now, which is absolutely cool. It's 4 in the morning, and it's been a really slow night, to be honest with you. I just reeled in my 2 hook flapper rig. I pulled this little fellow in, which is here, which I believe to be a flounder. I'll get a nice close-up shot of him in a minute. Yeah, it's nice to have a variety of different species caught tonight. I'm happy to take a flounder. So the way I can tell it's a flounder is it's more of a diamond shaped, and it's got it's rough when you push up, and on the underside it's pure white. So that's how I can tell it's a flounder. Let's get him back in. Right guys, so as you can see behind me, the sun's just starting to come up right about there. Looks absolutely beautiful, absolutely awesome. It's been a weird session, this one, to be fair with you. We've winkled a couple of fish out, 3 dogfish, 2 pouting and a flounder, so it's not been a bad session, I would say. It's been an alright session, to be fair. Nothing to shout about, but you know, it's fishing's fishing. Yeah, what a great view. What a great view to start the day with. Absolutely brilliant. I'm just going to try and fish for the last maybe hour. Just fish the last bit of the flood in and just see if we can try and pick up a last minute fish and enjoy that sunrise there. Unfortunately the beach is littered with the seaweed. I mean, this stuff's been an absolute nightmare this evening. It's been all round the line. At some points it's, you know, I've been pulling it off the lead. The leads look like a Christmas tree. Yeah, everywhere, all along the beach. Absolute pain in the backside, that weed this evening, and you know, through the night. Right guys, still plugging it, just onto the last hour now. Just reeled into this nice Dover sole, which is my first, I think it's my first sole of the year actually. 30 centimetres, quite a fat one, but it's not very long. So yeah. Oh, he's going to decide to go for a flip. Yeah, I am partial to a Dover sole, so I will be taking this one home. So yeah, one Dover sole. For the table, for my efforts for tonight. So yeah, I'm looking forward to having a chow down on that. Cheers. Right guys, so that was the end of the session. I fished night and today. We did 8 o'clock all the way through. It's now 6:30. I'm just packing up now. Going home, I'm going to get some breakfast. I really enjoyed doing these overnight sessions, to be fair. They are really good fun. Fishing through the night and into the morning, watching the sun come up, you can't beat it. It's absolutely awesome. We ended the session with, I think it was 3 dogfish, 2 pout, spider crab, and a flounder and a sole. So I mean, it's been a mixed bag session, which is great, and I've managed to wingle some fish out. Also, I'll be speaking to other people that have fished the same day, which is obviously today, and you know, fish have been scarce in other areas, so we picked a good area tonight. I'm just going to leave you with a couple of you know, quick pictures, you know, of the area that we're at, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Cheers.